I'm going to find his little brother next week. You know, he didn't have no fear of them sharks that could eat him whole. Now, have you ever seen them, like SeaWorld or somewhere in Florida, where they got this big fish? This a whale, black and white, they call him a killer whale, and they got him up to the edge of the shoreline, and they put fish in his mouth, and he eat it. And then you got this guy that's got a toothbrush brushing his teeth.
Yeah.
And then he goes so far as to stick his head in his mouth. Now, I ain't never seen no black person do that. Never. Now, have you ever heard a strange noise down in your basement somewhere? And you might have been the only one there. I'm not finna go see about that. I don't know about you, but I think I'm gonna close my room door and lock it, or either I'm gonna get out the house. I'm not finna go investigate. Especially if I hear a voice say, "Get out." I'm like, who said that? Who are you? Where are you at? This kid. But you see, there's a difference where there's fear and where there's no fear. Now you see, the people, certain people will excel even more because they won't fear what it's going to take to get the job done. To whereas other people, on the other hand, I'll be like, oh, that's too hard. I'll never be able to do that. And they cancel that thing right now. Now, I was watching this guy that he's from down under. I don't know what his name is, but he be in the pit with the alligators and the crocodiles. Now, one day, he got bit by one of them alligators. And he said when he got sold up, he was right back in there with them alligators. He was like, yeah, one bit me in the thigh and took a chunk out, but hey, it's my job, I gotta do it, mate. And he was explaining how the gator attacked him, and he said, yeah, that's Bobby. We've been having him since he was a little pup, but he's like almost 35 feet long now, and I had to get him free from stuck in the water, and I'm like, man, when I seen the thing turn around and seen how massive it was, I'm like, there is no way. You couldn't pay me enough to get in there and fool with that. And then you turn on Fear Factor. And they eat spiders. African cave spiders. They are alive and kicking. And woo! That's a little different. But that's dominion. That's dominion. I don't think I want to walk in dominion all like that. You know? But I'm just trying to give you an example of dominion. Now, everything that's in the earth is put under your feet. Now, I'm even seeing some Hispanics, some Mexican people. This is not a racist thing here. I'm not trying to call out race or anything here. I'm not racist at all. I'm just trying to show you some differences. Some differences. Now, I'm seeing Hispanic people. Right now, they ride big stuff. Escalades, navigators. You see them with them trucks with their own landscape, Julio's landscaping, Velasquez landscaping. They got Mexican restaurants everywhere. They got tire shops. They got rim shops. They got muffler shops. Any kind of business you can imagine, and they are taking advantage. And they're taking dominion. And they're working the system. And it's being very profitable for them. Can we learn something from them? Yes. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. It's time to start taking some dominion, people. It's time for us to step out on faith. They stepped out on faith. Here they come over here in the best way they can. However they can get here, they get here. Because they know this is Canaan. This is the land of opportunity. It's milk and honey over here. And you got to have a pole to carry the grapes. The opportunity is so big. And we've been over here all our life, an opportunity right in your face, and you're still complaining about how you ain't got enough to do this and how you ain't got enough to do that. Maybe it's you not taking dominion. Amen? Let's start taking dominion. Let's start working the kingdom system so that we can have dominion, because the word is already established, people. He said, be fruitful and multiply. What does multiply mean? I mean to have much, many, more, in addition to. It's already spoken, so it's already established. Multiplication, whatever you put your hand to. Whatever you put your hand to is supposed to prosper. Whatever you touch is supposed to prosper in this kingdom system. Everything you put your hand to is supposed to prosper. But if you don't have anything that you're putting your hand to, there's a light bulb going off. You need something to put your hand to. You need something to put your hand to. Now, go to Deuteronomy 8:18. I want you to see something. Deuteronomy 8:18. Ooh, man, is that the right time? Deuteronomy 8:18. When you get that, say amen. Now, Deuteronomy 18 says, but thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get what? Wealth. To establish his covenant, which he swore to thy fathers as it is this day. Now, who did he swear that to? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the part where we get ready to get deep, y'all. Now, he giveth us power to get wealth to establish his covenant. What's a covenant? A covenant is a promise. It's an agreement. It's a contract between two people, between two men, between two nations, between tribes. It means cut. It means cut a covenant. God cut a covenant with Abraham. It means to cut animals in half in sections to offer up a sacrifice. When a woman marries a man the way God sees it, and on the wedding night, when they come together, blood is supposed to flow because the hymen is broken. That's covenant. That's a seal of covenant. Blood flows, it's covenant. God painted a rainbow in the sky for Noah as a covenant reminder that he would not destroy the earth with a flood again. Amen? So we know a covenant is an agreement between two people, or between two parties, or between nations, or between tribes. Now, each person involved in the covenant honors the covenant. Don't nobody want to violate the covenant. You can't ask me to do nothing inside the covenant that I'm not willing to do, that you're not willing to do. So you can't ask me to do something you're not willing to do yourself. Now, when God cut a covenant with Abraham, he asked Abraham to go up on that mountain and slay his only begotten son. Now, Abraham was obedient to do it because God couldn't ask him nothing inside the covenant that he wasn't willing to do himself. Amen? So when he seen Abraham's obedience, now he had to do it. He had to see his only begotten son. See, he needed a man to get back in here because he gave the earth to man. He gave man dominion in the earth, right? So in order for him to do anything in the earth, he needed a man. He needed to work through you to get something done in the earth. So now it is the Lord thy God that empowers thee to get wealth to establish his covenant in the earth, which he swore to our fathers, which is who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, last time I checked, Abraham was very rich because he got a covenant with God. Now, when you're in a covenant with God, you hooked up to the blessing. So you're going to be blessed by association. As his nephew Lot, didn't have nothing to do with the covenant. But just because he was around, he had too much that they couldn't sojourn in the same land. Now we talking covenant. When you put on Christ, you are heirs